Stay safe.
Stay active.
And stay healthy.
From past physical activity and sports specialist, and we hope you're keeping active and healthy at home or at school. This PE lesson is designed for children in reception classes, so early years foundation stage, and it is our last lesson, so week 6 of striking and fielding activities. So well done if you're watching and taking part in this PE lesson. Hopefully it means you've already taken part in our first 5 PE lessons on striking and fielding and are now ready for our final lesson. In our final PE lesson, we're going to put together lots of the different skills and activities that we've been learning to see if we've improved, if we've got better. So because this is striking and fielding, we're going to do some activities where we're going to be fielding the ball, stopping the ball with our hands. We're going to be doing some throwing and catching activities, and we're going to be doing some striking and running, so batting activities. So we're going to do all the fun things that we've been learning together. We're going to need some various amounts of equipment for this one, so we will be stopping the video throughout and telling you what equipment you need for each activity. We're going to begin with a warm-up like we would in any PE lesson. For the warm-up, ideally, if you've got 2 children, they can play against each other, or you might like to join in with your children. So I'm going to use Xanthi and Athena, my daughters. So Athena is in reception. She's going to go and stand by the red cone, and you can put any kind of guide out in the garden or the space that you're working in as her area. And Xanthi, my other daughter, who's in year 3, is going to stand by the yellow marker. That's their marker to put any equipment that they find next to and try and gain as many points as they can. So this is a fielding game where I'm going to throw and roll lots of rolled up socks, lots of balls, lots of bean bags, or any equipment you've got at home out into the space or the area that you're working in. And the girls are going to try and watch to see where those balls and where those socks go, track them with their eyes, get behind them with their body, stop them with their hand, and put them back next to their marker cone. And at the end of the game, we'll see who's got the most amount of equipment. Now, because the girls are different ages, we're going to give Athena a 10-second head start on her sister Xanthi. So hopefully it's a little bit fairer towards the end. So make sure you use your time, Athena. 10 seconds extra than your big sister. Are you ready, Athena? So I'm going to start by doing the rolling and the throwing. And Athena can practice her fielding, and then we can do other rounds with Athena having a go at practicing her throwing. Right, I can throw underarm, overarm, or roll the ball. So she practices lots of the fielding skills that we've been working on. Right, you ready? Ready? 10 seconds head start. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So really look, see where that equipment lands, track it, pick it up. 6. Get rid of it, Athena, because you need your hands free. 7. Get rid of it. 8, 9, 10. Now her big sister's joining in. So Xanthi's going to try and get as many pieces of equipment as she can. She can't steal them from her sister. She can only get the free pieces. Get rid of them girls out of your hands so you've got your hands free to field more. And if you wanted to, you could add in some ones. If they caught it, they could get some extra points. See how you get on with that one. Roll some and throw some. Keep going, girls. There's a few more left. Watch to see where they go. Follow them. Ooh, stay on your feet. Be quicker, Athena. Last 2. And last ball. Okay, take them over to your marker cone and see how many pieces of equipment you've got. So count them up. So that one, hopefully, will get their heart beating faster and get them to hopefully remembering some of the things they've done in this unit of work on stopping the ball with their hands and fielding balls. How many girls?
I've got
11 for Xanthi.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, I think we have a winner. How many altogether, Athena? 13. So for this game, it's the one with the most equipment. So well done, Athena. She won the first round. So you could play again, but if you have 3 people, you can have a different person throwing this time. So if you want to pause the video there and have a go at our fielding warm-up game. welcome back. Hopefully you're nice and warm and you had lots of fun with our warm-up activity. We're now going to be doing a circuit of different striking and fielding activities to work on the skills that we've been learning this term. So we're going to begin by doing some rolling at targets. So for this activity you will need a ball, preferably a small sort of tennis ball size ball, and something to use as some targets. So we're outside, so we've got watering cans, a can of beans, some stilts and a cone there as some targets. Athena, my youngest daughter, is going to have a go at rolling the ball, and as it's a small ball she's going to use just one hand to roll towards the targets, where her sister Xanthi is going to be waiting to field the ball if it doesn't, or even if it does touch one of the targets, by stopping it with her hands, and then she's going to roll it back to her sister to stop with her hands to start again. Obviously the aim of this activity is to try and roll the ball as accurately as we can, so it hits one or even maybe more than one target each time. Now, to make this activity more fun, you could give each of the targets a certain number of points as well, so the children feel like they're gaining points as they go along. So let's have a think about the best way to roll a small tennis ball sized ball. So Athena, do you want to get in a position to roll a ball? So thinking about what we've been learning, would we stand with our feet apart, Athena? How might we stand if we're going to roll the ball along the ground? So Athena's got one foot slightly in front of the other. Oh, good try. And she's going to bend down quite low to roll the ball by bending her knees. And think about, you need to really look at your target, Athena, so it's to be as accurate as she can. So nearly, so Xanthi, stop that ball, roll it back, and Athena can practice stopping the ball with her hands once her sister's rolled it back to her as well. Good try. Remember, we're rolling it along the floor, we're not throwing it. Okay, keeping our feet still when we're rolling and keeping our eyes on the target. Hey, okay, girls. Right, now Athena's had a couple of practices. Shall we put some points on? So what do you think?
5 points, 10 points, 15 points.
Okay, so Xanthi said 5 points for the watering can, 10 points for the next target, so a little bit further away, and even further still, because it's more tricky, 15 points, okay? Or if you're just working with reception children, you might want to say 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, so they can add those up a little bit easier as they go. Right, let's see how Xanthi gets on. Oh, a bit wide that time. Remember, Athena, you're stopping and fielding the ball and rolling it back to Xanthi. Stopping with hands. Right, choose your target, which one you're going to aim for before you attempt it. Remember, we were starting by that blue cone, Xanthi, too. Oh, did it touch, Athena? Yeah, so how many points? 10 points. Or if you want to say, you could say 2 points, if that's slightly easier on the numbers. Okay, one more go, Xanthi. So we've got 10 points so far. Remember, we're rolling from the blue cone. You're going to choose a different target this time, are you? So you're moving towards it. Hey, how many points is that one?
That's
10 as well. So how many altogether? 20. Okay, so if you want to pause the video there and set up your skittles or things that you're going to aim at, and maybe set up your challenge of how many points each skittle is. For our next challenge, we're going to have a go at some throwing again, so really working on our accuracy, throwing underarm, and our catching, but more fun today, rather than just catching with our hands, we're going to see if we can catch it inside a bin or a cone. So, girls, who's going to do which? Do you want to do the catching first, Athena, or the throwing? You can't both do the catching, so... All right, thank you. Xanthi's going to do the throwing. We're going to use some rolled up socks for this one. So Xanthi, go and stand by the rolled up socks. And Athena, go and stand by the bin. You're going to do the catching in your ready position. So for this task, Xanthi's going to stand one foot in front of the other. She's right-handed, so she's going to step forward with her left foot. She's going to gently throw the socks underarm, thinking about using your left hand as you're aiming, so target. And Athena's in her ready position, ready to catch it, hopefully inside the waste paper bin. Oh, good try. Have another go. Maybe stand a little bit further away though, girls, to make it so it's a challenge. And Athena, you might have to move the bin where the ball goes. Oh, good try. I think you maybe moved a little bit too early that time, Athena. Let's have another go. Right, really aim your target. Yay! Right, swap over. Let Athena do the throwing. Seeing if she can throw accurately. So it goes into the bin. And Xanthi do the timing on the catching. Oh, good try. Make sure she knows when you're going to throw it so you don't throw too early. Take your time, Athena. Yay! Let's have one more go. So you've had 3 each. Oh, good try. Okay, if you want to stop the video there and have a go at throwing underarm into a bin. If you haven't got a bin, maybe you could use a box or a bucket or something similar. Welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed those circuit of 2 fielding activities, and you're with more practice getting more successful at your throwing and catching and your rolling at targets. We've now done a lot on fielding, so we're going to be working on some fielding, but also this time some batting. Now, we did this task in our last batting activity, where we were having to go at striking a ball from a tee so that the ball is still, so it's not moving, and we're hitting it into a space. And once we've struck the ball, we're going to have a go at making as many runs as we can, so a bit like a game of cricket. So we've got a tee, which is just a regular tin can and a ball on top. If you haven't got a tennis ball, you could maybe use sort of a medium-sized ball, or if you wanted to start with a larger ball and then try with a smaller ball so you're more successful. And you just need something as a marker that you're going to run back and forth to. So we've just got a cone, but you can use anything. So in a moment, Athena's going to have a go at striking the ball from the can of beans, the tee, into the space. And Xanthi's going to have a go at fielding the ball with her hands as quickly as she can, and then run and place the ball back on the tee in the time that Athena tries to make as many runs as she can. So you're going to take the bat with her when she runs and keep a count, maybe counting out loud how many runs she achieves. And remember, Athena, keep your eye on the ball and maybe hit it where Xanthi's not, because we want to make her move. Oh, let's try that again, because that wasn't a particularly good start. Let's try and hit it a little bit hard. Go. 1, 2 runs. Okay, this time, look where you want to hit it, Athena, so you're hitting it away from Xanthi. Or you're going to swap over? Yeah. Okay, you can swap over after every strike, or maybe give the children 3 strikes before they swap over. Oh, look at the ball. Keep your feet still. Go. 1 run for Xanthi. 2 runs. Good girl, Athena. Keep count, Xanthi. Put it back on the tee. How many runs, Xanthi? How many runs? Not quite set up again. How many runs? 8 runs. Right, Athena, your go. Let Xanthi get in position before you strike. And think about hitting it into the space. Good girl. That was a good one. 1. All the way up to the cone. 3. That was better than your first go. Or you think 4. Okay, 1 more go for Xanthi. So then you've had 2 each. Okay, let's reset it so it's a bit straighter, Xanthi. Move it back a little bit. Xanthi, move it back a little bit so it's in line with the blue. That's it. And remember, we're striking it into the space. Keep your eye on the ball. Good. And go. Keep count of how many runs you achieve. Well done. Good fielding, Athena. How many runs? Ooh, dedication there. How many runs? 6 runs. Okay. If you want to pause the video and have a go at our striking and fielding games where your children are practicing our striking and their fielding skills at the same time, and hopefully you'll have a lot of fun challenging different people in your household playing this game. So this has taken us to the end of our striking and fielding unit of work, and hopefully your children have really enjoyed it and they've learned some really good key skills that they can build on in year 1. Next term, we're going to be moving on to some athletics activities, so hopefully you're going to join us for those. And remember, stay safe, stay active, stay healthy.